Have you ever wondered why a small Alberta prairie town would carry the name of a British general who never set foot in Canada? Drive through Clive today and you'll find a community of about 700 people going about their daily business. But the answer to that question tells a story about how Alberta's small towns came to be. Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. Clive wasn't always Clive. When the first settlers arrived in the early 1900s, they called it Valley City. But there was already a Valley City in Ontario, and the post office couldn't have two towns with the same name. So they chose a different kind of tribute entirely. They named their new home after Robert Clive, the British general who conquered much of India for the Empire. It was an odd choice for a prairie settlement, but it stuck. The real transformation came in 1910 when the first train rolled into town. Like so many Alberta communities, Clive's story is written in railway steel. The train brought settlers, grain buyers, and the promise of connection to the wider world. The station became the heart of the community where farmers shipped their wheat and families waited for relatives arriving from back east. Today you can walk the legacy trail that winds through Clive's streets, where bronze plaques mark the spots where history happened. These self-guided trails take you past heritage sites and points of interest, telling the story of how this place grew from nothing into something. The community hall and arena still anchor the social life of the town, hosting the same kind of gatherings that have brought neighbors together for over a century. So why did those early settlers choose to honor a British general they'd never even met? Because they were building something new in a place that had no name, and they reached for the kind of imperial grandeur that seemed fitting for their ambitions. The irony is perfect. Robert Clive conquered distant lands for an empire, but the town that bears his name conquered something more lasting: the simple challenge of making a life on the prairie. Clive today is home to about 775 people, still growing steadily, still 15 minutes from Lacombe and 30 from Red Deer. The trains don't stop anymore, but the community that grew up around those first railway tracks continues to thrive. It turns out that naming a town after a conqueror was less important than the quiet, persistent work of building a place worth staying in. So if you enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting of course, and feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know. And you'll find gradient imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.